Yo, what is up, YouTube? Man, it's been so long. Happy New Year 2025. I'm like a month late, but here's an update. Update for bugs. What's been new? What's happening? Really not much. A lot of frustration. Pull up the weapon here. I necroed this. 0 exalt fails. I now have 4 exalt fails, 1 pass. So that's been a struggle. The belt, I call this the Sakura belt. The shoes, I call these the Jordan Chubbs, courtesy of Gmos. Everything else pretty much the same. 252 million CP. Don't let that CP number fool you. It's really just a number. There are people way stronger than me, below 100 million, honestly. So I really don't know what goes into that. I just know I have a shit ton of HP, and yeah. I want to do something different. I was in the middle of office meetings when I decided to do this. It was Wednesday, and I usually have basketball practice on Wednesdays, so I wasn't able to do any of the boss runs with the guild or anyone else. So it's early in the morning. I figured, why not? I'm just gonna run everything solo, and that's really the reason why I wanted to get better at this game, is so that I don't have to rely on anyone else to do things. And so I just do it. People have been telling me I should try H-Dame and do hard. I was gonna try it right now, but I never know when I'm gonna get called to the floor, so I'm just gonna run N-Dame. Normal Damien's still a pain in the ass. It's funny because every time I run Damien, I always think what people tell me. They say mechanics. Mechanics doesn't really apply when you're a paladin, just because of the amount of iframes that you get, and really that's it. The amount of iframes that you get and your ability to heal yourself. So there's a lot of times where I literally just step away from doing damage and just heal myself. It saves me on power elixirs. It saves me on death counts, probably. I think I only died once this whole run. Endgame's still hard. For me, it's still hard. I consider it difficult. It's not just like a quick clear, but I think it's still pretty cool that I can clear it, honestly. I just remember my first Damien in general runs with the guild, and man, I felt so lost, and it was just so many things were happening at the same time, and what the hell are these what the hell are they called? The tower things. Who has temples? Not temples. I forget the word, and I don't want to re-record this. So, where you have to stand on it to reset the brand. You guys know what I'm talking about. And doing it solo, it's so easy. It's so easy just to stop what you're doing, go stand on the dumb thing, reset your brand. And at first, when I started doing this solo, it was a little weird for me because you cannot. The word is, swear to God, it's on the tip of my tongue, and I can't freaking think of what it's called. Altars. Okay, altars. Sorry, altars. As a pally, you can't go on the altar and reset your altar if you have an iframe up. So knowing when to hit your iframe and when to stop doing damage to run and do the altar and stand on the altar, or surviving through the popcorn or the tornado or whatever they call it, when there's an altar there. Obviously, when you're doing multi, there's different ones where they have the gray normal altars, or they have the black altars. I forget what the difference is. Probably because I've just been running this by myself for a while now, so I don't really see the black altar anymore. When I do a group run, I think they're way better, and that's the whole thing about playing, is playing with other people. But sometimes life, for me, it's basketball. We're in mid basketball season. I'm coaching 2 teams right now, and anything in the afternoon is just always difficult for me to go and stop what I'm doing and try to jump on Maplestory and play. So business hours and work hours are the best in between meetings. I'm just sitting at my desk or in between emails, and I can just pretend that I'm working. So that's the clear for N Damien, normal Damien. I decided, you know what, I'm not gonna. I usually try to do public runs, Or I usually find like random friends who I've been playing with for a while to just knock everything out. But I just decided like I'm strong enough and I'm still buffed. So I did solo arc. I do want to try multi arc solo. That seems like it would be more of a challenge. The only thing I hate about Arc is when he does the invincibility thing, his little iframe. It looks like the Confederate flag. That's the only part that really pisses me off. I just hate like that I can't touch him or I can't throw my hammers at him and do some type of damage. But, you know, Arc's been pretty easy. Running on my buck has been really fun. I found this group. Shout out to Art and his peeps that run daily, and we do Arc and HMAG. On my buck. Love my buck. But yeah, maybe I'll try multi-arc next time. I am doing Magnus, hard Magnus solo now. This one is kind of like, if I do the solo version of HMAG, it's just too easy. It's like one burst and it's dead. So this one actually I have to like move around, and it just keeps me fresh with the mechanics. It's fun to carry others. So I definitely try to help, only because I remember those days, right? Like before I had Necro, before I felt like I was doing well in the game. Like I was always looking for carries. And so again, I don't typically solo everything. I usually just open it up to the public. They stopped selling the megaphones in Trade Station, or when they posted them, they're like super expensive, and I'm not trying to do free carries and pay hella miso for that. So yeah, but multi HMAG, not a problem anymore for me. I always have to remember to turn off or switch off my PEs, the power elixirs. Otherwise I just freaking run through them and I'll forget, and then it'll be like 2 weeks before I get free ones. That's what I'm really trying to do, is just strictly free to play. Don't want to spend any like real cash on the game anymore. I just feel like I'm at a point where bossing is not that big of an issue, and it's just finding time. And the more bossing that I'm doing, that's really all I'm making money off of, is selling like I can't even think of the word. Not Chaos Stone, but what the hell? The Absol stones. Selling the Absol stones and selling the whatever stones from Lotus and from doing Damien. I've really slowed down on AB. I'm really just trying to get my buck to catch up. That's what I want to do. I'll do a boss run with my buck. My buck has like, I think 40 million CP, level 209, and can solo a boss run. And I don't remember being able to do that with my paladin. Even though my paladin has like all the iframes and all that stuff, like I don't remember being that strong even when I had Necro. So like I have nothing over level, I think SF20 on my buck, and I can do the whole boss run, see Hilla and down, like no problem. It takes me a little longer to do like HRA, but the buck's really impressing me. I think it's really fun still, and I'm not saying I'm tired of the Pally whatsoever. It's still my favorite character, and I think it will always be my main character until forever. But the buck has just really surprised me. I think it's because there's no iframe, there's no self heal. It's just like straight attack. It actually has like a mix of some of the other characters that I've used. I don't know if you guys know this. I try to level up a Kinesis, and the only reason why I wanted to level it up was because of the V skill with the cube, where it just like throws a cube and the cube slowly moves across the screen and it damages things. The buck has that. I forget what it's called, but it's just like it looks like a Dragon Ball Z, like the Earth Bomb that Goku uses, and he has 3 of them, and it actually does pretty good damage. And then it also has like a mini. See, I'm a paladin. I don't remember any of the names of my attacks. The cross thing, the cross burst for the paladin. The buck has one too, and it's this blue thing. It's like a little mini Kamehameha wave, and it has a really decent burst. Um, it actually does remind me of the Paladin a little bit. Instead of the yellow hammers that float like around me in the circle, the buck has the little dragon that dances around you while and doing damage. And then instead of throwing the hammers, it does the. I suck at actually reading things. How many of you guys have actually read through some of the stories? I have never read one of the stories in Maplestory, literally ever. I don't think I've done. Trying to think back. No, none. I've never read any of the stories for clearing to get into Lotus, to get to the Damien story, the other storylines with the penguins and stuff like that, and the fairy one. I haven't read any story. I've not all of the hell am I trying to say right now? All of the the quests. Never read any of the quests, and I'm thinking back on it because one of my guild members prop was like, why haven't you read any of it? Like, it's good stuff. I literally just click through it, and if I can't click through it, I'll usually stop and just do it later. Yeah. I don't know. The Maplestory, I should put it together. It's a book story, but whatever. Man, my chairs. I just randomly looked at my chairs. I used to like be really big on just like finding rare chairs, and it actually makes me really happy when I'm bored and I'll go through like the trade station and I'll see some of the chairs and some of the mounts that I have, and they're like super expensive, and I just know that I never ever pay like more than like 150 million for any of my chairs or my mounts. So I got them all at a really good deal. I just hate the fact that I can't resell them, because then I would want to make a profit off of it. But I mean, whatever. My buddy Gmos, who, man, I think he's retiring, or maybe he did retire, or maybe he didn't, or maybe he's on hiatus. I don't want to speak for him. He hasn't been on in a while. I haven't bossed with him in a while. But that guy, he has a chair and mount collection. So if you guys are ever online and you see Gmos, tell him to bust out some rare chairs and some rare mounts, and he's got some good ones. A lot of the ones I have were just really good steals. I'm pretty sure that like, somebody trying to like send it to another account, like to another of their own accounts, and I just sniped it. I want to think that, because I think it's fun here. But I've never been big on really spending on those mounts, obviously, because they give us so many free ones in the game and stuff like that. So, but yeah. Man, the chairs, it used to be like the chair story or the mount story to me. And I would always compare with Gmos, like with the newest ones that he got and the newest ones I get. And we'd always compare how much and the price, and he'd always find the better deals. But I mean, he never heard from me, so like I did. So can you believe it? Like, I remember a year ago, nodes were like 12 million a node. Now they're going for 6 million a node. If only real life inflation went with like Maplestory inflation, because everything's getting cheaper. I think it's obviously, I understand, like the more that higher level content comes out, the easier some of the stuff that we used to value last year is going to be, and really reaping the benefits as far as like my buck. That's probably why I can solo bosses, because I think like my 2 main V skills are maxed already. And again, it comes with experience, because I didn't even know about V skills and hyper skills and the right things to do there until later on, until I was like 215 on my pally. But so the buck is definitely reaping benefits, but whatever. I still take the time to do all the bosses every day, or at least I try to. Sometimes I really just don't want to dedicate doing this. I looked at the original video before I sped it up. It took me 29 minutes to run through all the bosses. So that's solo endgame, solo arc, hard multi HMAG, Chaos Hilla, Chaos Von Leon, HRA, and down to the Chaos Expids. 30 minutes is a long time. Like I don't got that whole that kind of time in the afternoons, but I do want to have it, at work during a break. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. It was just me really rambling. I still haven't done Gloom. I tried the Archon. Archon was pretty fun. I tried to do it by myself, but I ended up finding like a random group. Was it a random group? It might have been a random group that was running it, and it was really cool that I was able to get in there and finish it with a bunch of randos. Again, I'm not able to make it to my guilds because they run at, I think, Wednesday nights, and that's when I have my 2-hour practices. So hope you guys are still enjoying Maplestory. See you on the next one, guys. Bye.